Welcome to Lingua Latina, Chapter 18, Grammatica Latina. This lesson is all about adverbs. We learn that adverbs are formed differently if they're formed from first and second declension adjectives and third declension adjectives. And we also learn the comparative and superlative of adverbs, that just like adjectives where you could have something be bigger and the biggest, you can have something be more correct, done more correctly, and the most correctly. So let's read. I'll listen as I translate this for you and follow along. Adverbs, or adverb, the adverb. A foolish student is one who responds stupidly or foolishly. A brave soldier is one who fights bravely. Stultus et fortus and fortis are adjectives. Stulte et and fortiter are adverbs. The adjective ending in us, a, of the first and second declension has an adverb ending in a, long e. The adjective ending in is in the masculine, is in the feminine, and then in the neuter, in other words, a third declension adjective, has an adverb ending in iter. Examples: Sextus writes correctly and beautifully. Titus and Marcus write incorrectly and foully, or in an ugly way, and are scolded severely. The teacher knows Latin and Greek. The sun shines brightly. The teacher responds briefly. The fat boy falls not lightly, but heavily. Certainly, Titus writes more correctly and more beautifully than Marcus. Nobody writes more incorrectly and more foully, or in an ugly way, than that kid. Marcus writes the most incorrectly and the most ugly way, in the most ugly way. Sextus most correctly and the most beautifully. Nobody fights more bravely than the Romans. The Romans fight the most bravely. Rectius, fortius are comparative adverbs. Rectissime, fortissime are superlatives. The comparative adverb ends in ius, the superlative ends in issime. So we have recte, correctly, rectius, more correctly, rectissime, the most correctly, and fortiter, bravely, fortius, more bravely, and fortissime, the most bravely. Go ahead and read through that 3 times, once for pronunciation, once in translation, and 1 time in Latin, understanding all the grammatical terms as they were intended in the original language. And then head over to the exercises, and I will meet you there.